Yo, what is up? How's everyone doing today? Um, yeah, so I'm still figuring out where I want this channel to go to, like the direction. But for right now, I decided to kind of keep this channel for documentation purposes, basically where I talk about topics and things that people can relate to. But I wanted to talk about in this video on why pleasure is weakness. Um, and I think one of the things that with pleasure is that like there's nothing wrong with it. Like we all need it. Like we all need some kind of like comfort in our lives. But to an extent, pleasure can pretty much take control of your life. Pleasure can be the downfall of things because one way that I'm realizing that is how we're basically being consumed, with all these things that we have access to, like technology, like with the digital age, social media, all these different things that, is just like really intriguing to the brain. And I feel like to an extent, there's nothing wrong with that because there's a lot of good things that have turned out from technology. Traditional jobs are no longer as important. There's other jobs that we can work with technology. We don't have to work a 9 to 5. There's a million ways that you can make money now in the digital age. But I guess I want to keep it in the topic about why some of those things can have also not a good impact, because I feel like, if you're always being consumed, if you're always taking the easy route and chasing pleasure, you will see how unpurposeful your life is. Like you will see how, you will just be living like a loser. You will just literally be an NPC. Like, you have nothing going for yourself. You're just chasing things that are just like short term. And, there's always things that keep you distracted. There's always traps that keep you from leveling up in life. The way we're being programmed, the way we're being told that, yeah, it's okay to be weak. It's okay to be comfortable. It's okay to, I guess, I, do what everyone else is doing. But for some people, that's okay. But for others that want to live their life, that want to take control of their life, you have to really discipline yourself. You have to really go through shit to achieve, like, obviously the things you want to achieve. Like, obviously everyone knows this stuff. It sounds kind of cliche, but I guess I'm trying to make a point here of like why pleasure isn't really like good for your life. And I can speak from experience because I've let pleasure consume my life. I've let things pretty much be the downfall. And I would say most of those things are due to mental health issues. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, my depression is an excuse of why I didn't achieve things. But whenever you're going through things, you really don't want to do shit. Like, you really don't want to do anything. And it's hard for you to be creative. And that's why pleasure is around the corner sometimes. It's kind of like a devil in disguise. Like, pleasure is just there for you while you want to escape reality, you want to escape your problems. And I feel like you don't realize that shit until you actually look back at it and you're like, fuck, like I really fell off. Like, I really, like, I guess let pleasure consume me to a point where I have not achieved anything. You know, I have not been satisfied with the things I want to do. And I feel like, you know, you can take control of that. Like, if you realize that, like, you know, you're falling off, you can take control of that. It doesn't have to be like that. And that's the whole thing that I realized, because like with pleasure, there's all this, like, you know, short gratitude. Like, it's easy for you to basically do nothing. It's easy for you to do something that doesn't really take a lot of skill. But like with delayed gratification, like, it's hard to like try to do something, but eventually you'll get good at it. Like, just like any skill. Like, you know, I play instruments, and I know that when I don't practice for months, and when I don't really, like, you know, pick it up, and when I try to do it again, it's just harder for me. Like, it's like I wasn't as good as I was before, and like I have to get my brain to get to that level again. I have to, like, you know, practice. But I guess that's the whole point I'm trying to make with this video. Like, you know, pleasure is just a fool. Pleasure will always not end up in good results in your life. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope everyone has a good day. If you want to follow my Instagram, I'll keep you guys updated about videos. Yeah, thanks.